toasted a cell. Wow. Not a whole lot to do here, but there's a few things. You can watch Red 13's tail, which I'm assuming by genetic engineering is strong enough to kick a soccer ball between two kids. But he's not doing it because he wants to. His tail just moves independently of his will. Just, you know, in the exact manner of bouncing a soccer ball between two people. Scientific. Very scientific. We might even need to call the science team in on this. Let me make a buck, why don't you? Yuffie the capitalist. What does she have? 3,000 gil for revive. Man. So I do want that revive. I don't really anticipate using it all that often, but I'd like to have it. But gil is still pretty, our gil is still pretty tight this early in the game. So I might hold off on that for now. Equipment is always a priority for me over magic, because I normally at this stage of the game I'm rocking Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith, and Cloud and Tifa are primarily melee damage. So, and Aerith has mostly heal stuff. Healing and a few attacks. Plus, I don't really have enough slots for all of that, so... But eventually I'll get it for later in the game, when it becomes a bit irrelevant. How about some soft, as a memento of this wonderful trip, made especially in Costa del Sol. Wow. Wow. I am going to buy a couple of high potions, just in case. Potions at this point are probably going to start to get useless, because they only restore HP by 100, and let's face it, most of the enemies we encounter are going to start to deal almost 100 damage, so no. I am going to buy a couple of soft. Got 3 antidote, got 4 of that, got some of that. Yeah, we're still good on those. So the main... Oh, I ran into a dude there. Bar. I didn't know what that was. So there's a dude over here in the corner who's really hard up for you to buy stuff, or else he won't pay rent. So at this point, we've got, if you didn't get your 4 slots from the coupon exchange in the Shinra building, you have the opportunity to buy 4 slots here. But again, 4 slots is 4 slots, but none of them are linked. And the defense is only 12. So honestly, it's funny that they sell 4 slots here, but it's really only useful on Aerith at this point. And you can also buy Molotovs if that's your thing, but I'm not running a no green materia challenge, so we don't need any Molotovs. But carbon bangles here are the pick of the trade. You'll notice Yuffie already comes with one. And of course, if you So you might be wondering why platinum bangles are more expensive than carbon bangles, even though the defense is less, and that's because of that all-important double growth. Double growth. Double growth. That means all AP that you get on the materia from a battle is doubled. So it makes your AP, your materia age faster, and gets you to, you know, the next part of that materia. So like Bolt 2, Bolt 3, etc. I am probably going to buy at least one of these because I do want to hasten the AP of some things. Actually, let's look at our current materia. A loadout. The tricky thing, though, is that it's 2 slots and it's not linked. So if I were to buy a platinum bangle and put it on Aerith, not only would I lose a couple of slots here, but I'd also, if I wanted to put Restore in there, I'd lose the linked all to it. You know, honestly, I don't know. Here's an interesting question, though. This fire it's because normally around this time in the game, or rather, like as soon as I start to make my way towards the gold saucer is normally right about when these, like the openers you get in the beginning of the game start to mature. How's that 385 though? Because ice is 1164, and lightning is 1064. Did fire come with like? Because fire you get with Red 13, that must have came with a significantly more amount of AP than the other two did, which is interesting. Let's have to look at that sometime. So. But I definitely would like to do double AP. And I can probably just do it on Cloud. Because he doesn't really need a lot. He doesn't really need a lot of stuff in terms of this. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to buy... Yes, I'll pay your rent. I'm going to buy 1 platinum bangle. We're going to equip that on Cloud. And then we're going to move... Alright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the alls down there. So now he can't do a lightning all, but with double AP, these alls will come up faster. And each time an all materia gains another star, it basically allows you to use the all ability more than once. So once for 1 star, twice for 2 stars, 3 times. And if it's mastered, then you can just continuously use all. There's no limit. So definitely want those alls to get some more AP, so... Like this one already has 2 stars on it. I can use Restore all twice, and then it puts me back down to a single target Restore. Let's see if I have enough to buy 2 of the Carbon Bangle. I do have enough for 2 carbon bangles. Very cool. So I'm gonna buy 2 of those. Oh, I don't need one for Aerith. I bought an extra one. Ha 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 ha. That's alright. Do I want to put a summon on Tifa? I believe that answer is going to be yes. Because why not? Why not? Alright, I'll keep that other carbon bangle because I might put that on Cloud later on. Once I don't really need the double anymore. So that's fine. Let's see if there's anything I can shed here. I don't need... I'm not going to be using Yuffie anytime soon, so I don't need that extra Wind Slash. I just got the Force Stealer, right? Yeah, I don't want to give that up. That up. Where was the... Am I blind? Where was the old... Yeah, it's Mythical Armor. Where'd that go? There it is. I have 4 of these? Wow. Why do I have 4? How do you replace those? I'm confused now. What do I do? Alright, hold on a second. Before I sell those, I just want to double check something here. I feel like I'm slightly confused as to why there's 4 of those. And I'm sure the answer is going to be simple as I probably replaced them with something else and just didn't think about it. Because I know Yuffie has a carbon bangle on, so let's see what these guys got. Yeah, they have a Mythical Armor. So how do I have 4 of those, then? Did I, like, overbuy mithril armlets? Or did I, like, pick them up somewhere? Hopefully that's not some weird bug. I did remember last night to download, re-download the Cetra Project mod. So I should have version 1.3 in here now. Which should have fixed some of the previous bugs that I encountered before that I forgot to update. Alright, I'm just gonna sell these because I don't know where they all came from and I don't care. That's how that goes. Boop, 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 boop. Alright. Here's to Tropical Nights. Wow. Yeah, snowboarding's what's happening this year. I'm sick of surfing. Apparently the dialogue on this is delayed. I'm sick of surfing. How much gil do I have? 1954. Yeah, I don't have enough for revive right now, but it's alright. We got Phoenix Downs, we'll make do. Let's go and have an encounter with Hojo on the beach. Because why not? The girl in the bikini? Not a bad view. What are you looking at? God, what do you want? Dude sitting in a beach chair in his full uniform. Like, come on, man. At least sell a part. You're not getting a tan with clothes on. Jesus, this is like people leaving the shutter closed on a camera in a prop picture. What? No. We're not doing that today. Did you see Sephiroth today? Well, maybe. Have you ever had the feeling something is calling you? Well, no. I don't answer private numbers. Or you had to visit someplace? I can't visit anywhere. I'm in quarantine. I'll go anywhere for you. I would do anything for Sephiroth, but I won't do that. Ha ha ha! Fuck, look at this. Say, aren't you the ancient? Like, Hojo, you know who she is. Did you just suddenly, like, lose your mind? Like, up until this point, Professor Hojo was kind of... He was very, like, composed and methodical. Like, you can imagine him being like the standard professor, like, you know, we have an experiment to perform on this girl and this dog. But then, like, as soon as the events, the whole Sephiroth event unfolds and President Shinra gets killed and all that, like, then suddenly you have to imagine Hojo as, like, that, like, cackling mad scientist who's just like...
Yes, Sephiroth is here now. Head west.
Like, that's what I imagine Hojo to be, is, like, some amalgamation of, like... Smeagol... It's like a cross of, like, Smeagol and, like every standard mad scientist trope ever.
My precious ancient.
Truly terrifying. That's what that is. Hey, look, there's Johnny. Johnny. I think Barrett's around here somewhere, too. What a fluffy bed, it feels so good. You can buy, I think it's from that dude, you can buy this place from him, later on in the game. Like after the, when the world starts ending. I forget what the cost is, it's a large amount of gil, but you can actually, like, buy this place and then you can rest in it for free, which, I mean, that's your thing. Oh, those items are free. Please help yourself. I mean, I'm gonna take them anyway, so I don't know what you're talking about. Full story, bro. Everything in here is mine. Where is Barrett? No, Red 13's still there. There he is. $200 gil a night. That's right, I'm already good. We're good. Alright, I think that's all we need from here. So I think what happens if you exit, then you go back in. No, Red 13 is still there. There's like some condition, I forget what it is, that he disappears. And then you just see the soccer ball like bouncing in between nothing. It's kind of funny. Alright, I think we're done with Costa del Sol, so let's, Now, at this point, you can actually go back across the ocean to Junin. But I'm not going to at this point. However, once I obtain, once Fire 2 gets, evolves, or once Fire evolves to Fire 2, then I have a thing that I do in order to grind out Aerith's limit breaks that involves going over to the Materia Cave there, or Mithril Cave, slapping Fire 2 and all on her, and having her go to town. Because the way the limit breaks works is each first level limit break is like Braver. In order to get Cross Slash, you have to use Braver 7 times, and then you get Cross Slash. And then to go from Cross Slash to the second level, which I think is Cinema Hazard, I forget what level 2 is off the top of my head. You have to beat, I think it's like 60-something enemies, 60 or 70 enemies. But that means that your character has to get the final blow, like has to actually be the one that beats the character, beats the enemy, to count. So a lot of people, when they play this game, they don't get all of Aerith's limit breaks in the first half of the game, because Aerith is hardly ever the final blow person. I mean, she doesn't really have a strong attack, and unless you're like a heavy magic user and that you blow stuff up with her, she's unlikely to get the final attacks on things. So often people will end their time with her only having like the level 1 or maybe the level 2 limit break of hers. And her higher level limit breaks are actually very good. Like, they're all defensive and healing based limit breaks that really help you out in this game in the first half. So if you have the opportunity to actually spend some time grinding out her limit breaks, which you should, they are very much worth, the extra grind. And it just so happens that you can do it fairly easily and fairly quickly in the Mithril Cave, because most of the enemy groups in there, or most of the enemies that you get, are in like groups of 5. So if you throw Fire 2 and all on Aerith and have her just waste everything, in its sight, you could be done with that very quickly. It's very efficient. One of my top tips to this game. Top tips. Tippity tips. I mean, I could actually throw Fire 2 on Cloud and get that AP faster. Which we probably should. Why not? Alright, let's make our way up here. Another thing that's going to be happening soon is once you get Kate Sith, you get the ability to use Manipulate. He has... I hate this thing. Damn it. Nice. We actually beat that before it spawned kids. Once you get Manipulate, you can use that to... the Manipulate command, you can use that to try to manipulate enemies. And then that's how you can get most of the enemy skills for your enemy skill material in this game. Because a lot of enemies that have enemy skills, they don't actually use them. They're skills that you have to specifically use Manipulate and then force them to use them on you in order to learn them. Enemy skills are easily one of my favorite aspects of this game. Like, especially when you can get Big Guard. Because Big Guard is immensely useful until you get to Rocket Town, which is where you can actually purchase barrier material. Da, 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 da. You're actually talking to me. No, I'm not talking to you. no, not the poison breath. Good try. Wait, is it 4 late? No, I'm not. Maybe I think it's something else. Yes, do that same attack again. How well will that work out for you? Dun, dun. I'm a little sad that you really, like, for the longest time when I first played this game, I thought that you actually had to, like, go into this reactor or, like, do something in this reactor. Turns out it's not, there's no part of the game that does it. Ow. Wow, that was an attack. Yeah, buddy. Give him the big kick. The big kick. Where am I? Right. I love random battles. Oh, no. We're not doing this one. This guy messes you up if you can't mess him up quickly enough. I thought there was something up here, but maybe I'm wrong. Man, it's trying to suck me. Trying to give me the suck. Oh, you got poison damage. Very cool. Thought there was something up here, but maybe not. Ooh. Are these colorful things? For me to poison and set on fire. Then beat. trifecta. Thought what I'd do is just, you know, jump a lot. Jump, jump. We will use a tent. Get back some of that MP. MP. Ooh. Look at this gang. So you can get a couple of items this way. A wizard staff, which is definitely needed for our trusty ancient. Another star pendant, in case you wanted more of those. Turbo ether. Now I hit jump, but there's actually nothing in the center. There just happens to be 3 of these. I was trying to see if I could avoid that, but... Transform materia. Nothing I really particularly use, but... Oh hey, they have their backs turned. Quick, let's run. I mean, why fight if you have to, you know? Now we gotta go all the way back so that we can go down there. And getting, you know, 20 battles along the way. We're gonna have roast pigeon tonight. Oh. Aerith got the blow there. Look at this mob. See if we can set it on fire. Not really as effective as I thought it would be. See how they hold up against a flamethrower. Stop shooting your seeds at me. Ugh. Dolphin blow. There we go. Fire is now leveled up. What? Are you looking at me strange? So that double materia basically helped close that 300-something AP gap. We now have a fire too. Yay, so we're going to move that back over to Earth. And continue building up the alls here. See, now they're like pretty much at the same level here, so they'll be on track to grow about the same. Very consistent. Probably going to be some bombs in this bridge, and we are totally not going to be screwing with these things. They explode, and they explode very hard. Oh, come on, I was right at the end. Nope. Nope.com. Ow. You got a lot of nerve coming back here. It's Coral Paint Town. Stop. Are you cold? I mean, everybody has the blankets. Here, hold on a second. But help me. here, Poppy. Come here. You always have this blanket. Milo, come here. Have that. There we go. Everybody has blankets. All my wieners have been covered. Bum, bum, bum. Don't make me yawn. Man, dog, come on. I felt that one. So here in Coral, you can buy a few things, but they don't got much. But we'll buy a couple of tents from them, because, you know, those are always useful. Oh, I need to... Man, I completely forgot to equip Cloud's weapon. Wow, okay. So, if you remember back to when I was doing the, that little military salute thing for the, for Rufus, because I scored 150, I was given the Force Stealer. That Force Stealer is the first double growth weapon for Cloud in the game. And I completely forgot about equipping it earlier because I actually forgot that I got it from him. Because it's so rare that I actually score that high. Because I always mess this up in the PC version because of the lack of, like, PlayStation buttons. So Force Stealer, like I said, double growth, very, very cool. And I'm actually going to equip that. So that will actually allow me to make all my stuff here gain more material. What is that noise on? Nope. No. Only I get to investigate what's happening outside. Nothing important. That's what it is. Nothing important. So now basically everything Cloud has on him is getting double AP now, which is cool. What I was gonna say though was that if you didn't manage to score high enough in Rufus's appreciation niche, you can buy the Force Stealer from this dude for 2,200. Fortunately, we already have the Force Stealer, so we're good. And you could also buy Carbon Bangles if you didn't already buy them at Costa del Sol. But I'm going to find the shanty inn here. It's this building. And pay this nice man 50 gil so that we can heal up. Ah, coffee. Coffee, 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 coffee. Coffee. Coughing. I kind of wish I had a Switch. I would totally like to play the new Pokemon games. Unfortunately, I'm poor. Such is the way of life. Let's save. Gold Saucer Area. Come on, man. Move. Move. Actually, one thing we're going to do real quick, because I don't know if you have the opportunity to do this before. Press the wrong button is what I can do. I'm going to put Barrett in for a second because I want to... His W machine gun is also a double growth, so that's good. I'm actually going to give him the spare carbon bank we've got. And I think Dyne does fire attacks. We're going to give him the fire ring for now. Alright. Oh, do I have enough? Yeah, I think I have enough. I think the gold saucer passes 3,000. It's either 2,000 or 3,000. Should be good. Barrett tells us a little story about Corel. Time for another cool FMV sequence in this game. I'm not sympathizing with him. Yuffie. Thought Deep 2020. You only get that opening once in the entire game, and that's the first time you visit the Gold Saucer, so you gotta soak that one in. And honestly, man, when they do... I mean, I'm assuming they're gonna do the Gold Saucer for the remake. I hope that opening is, like, 10 times as better. Because the Gold Saucer was, like, one of my favorite parts of Final Fantasy VII. Like, it was just... It's so simple in its execution. Also, if you consider the timeline of events, in that Barrett just said that Coral was burned down by Shinra 4 years ago, I'm pretty sure the Gold Saucer didn't exist at the time, because the Gold Saucer, I think, is now sitting on top of what was Coral. So, in the 4 years since Coral was basically abandoned, it took them less than 4 years to build a giant frickin' saucer in the middle of a desert. That's dedication right there. I think he's mad. I was mad. We're gonna go with Aerith. And let's go meet... Let's go meet Kate Sith. And his name is going to be Kate Sith, because nobody else wants to name him differently. I forget what I named all my characters in my original when I first played this game. I think I named... Actually, no, I do. I definitely named Barrett Mr. T. I'm pretty sure I named Aerith my... because this was like middle... This was... When I play this? 80, 90... 98? Oh crap, now I'm trying to remember all the names that I gave to characters back then. I only know a hand... I know I named Cloud after my Star Wars RPG character, which I think was like Django or something like that, Jargo or something like that. I think I named Aerith Jennifer, because that was my girlfriend's name at the time. And I know I named Barrett Mr. T. I'm trying to remember what I named Tifa. I guess I'll never know, since that save file got destroyed. I wonder if it's possible to, like, recover data off of a memory card, like an old PlayStation 1 memory card, in the same way that you raw recovered data off of a hard drive. Like, even if I could just find, like I don't think I'd be able to recreate or like retrieve the full save file anymore because it's probably been overwritten. But I wonder if I could just find like a piece of the file that just had like maybe some sort of data in it that I could tell like something. That'd be cool. Of course, I guess one of these days I'll have to actually fish out all my PS1 memory cards and see what data I have on them. And if it's still any good. Oh, what is on my laptop? Oh, it's just water. Or condensed. And now he's going to force his way into our party. Now let's go to... not what I wanted to go to. -1. Interesting. I appreciate that Dio looks way better in the update than before, where he just looked like a weird beefcake. Like a shirtless Fabio beefcake. Those didn't get retextured for some reason. Or if there's a reason for it. Gateway to Heaven. updated his MP values there. Hey, we're right there with the old save file. Yeah, I went for the nuclear option because that dude tries to steal your good stuff. And like hell, I'm having him steal any of my good stuff. See, that's the thing. Here's the house that you saw in his thing before. So clearly, the Coral prison was actually Corel before. So they literally built the gold saucer on top of the ruins of Coral. Now, the story of Dine. So here's another thing, interesting part, is that in this screenshot, Coral looks like it's got like all these trees and mountains around it. So like, what happened? Did they just like nuke the entire area around it and it turned into quicksand? Or was that the cause of like the reactor? Like, did the reactor basically kill that part of the planet? Like, man, 4 years just seems like a short amount of time, you know? Alright, so materia-wise... Oops. Alright. Barrett's all set up. Actually, we should go out the other door. No? Guy's not gonna let us go out the other door? Yeah, there we go. It's weird pathing, that's all. What is that? And we learned some enemy skill. Matra Magic. Magic Missile. Yeah, I don't want to fight 4 of them. Oh my god. Yeah, no, we're getting out of here. One was enough. 4 is just a fuss and cluck. she was leaving. Alright, that works. Well, she's not in Midgar, but yes, she's still alive. Alright, guess you and me gotta fight. What? This is gonna be so good in the remake. Dine versus Barrett. What? Mom says I could have 2 attacks. And he's down. And that's a cool 110 AP for everything that had double on it. How old was Marlene back then? Probably about 1 or 2. See, even with Barrett and his whole eco-terrorism thing, the fact that he's still, like, that he took in Dine's daughter and raised her as his own. He's good guy Barrett, man. He's the real MVP of this video game. Don't let anybody else fool you. Barrett's the man. Oh, she's 4. So, if Coral was burned 4 years ago, then she was like, what, just born? See, again, I feel like there's a few weird spots in this story, but we're gonna roll with it because it's Final Fantasy. And there goes Dine. Dine dying. Esther! The best thing I appreciate about this update is that she actually looks like a proper person and not like a weird... Like her original character model, she like looks like she has antennas. Like she looks like a bee. And it was so confusing. I know how to ride a chocobo. Yes, we will meet Joe again. Alright, let's do this. Chocobo Racing. Random computer. Old CRTs. 90s. Yeah. I wanna go. I wanna go. I wanna go. Why do I have to wait for all these fools? Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Alright, let's do this. Yes, I got it. Almost got me. My buttons for stamina regen didn't work for some reason. I don't know if maybe I don't have those assigned correctly. Boy, if you're reading this letter, then you must have won. I'm gonna do Dio in a Colonel Sanders voice. I know you earned it. Now I heard about dying from Esther. Now that you won, I'm granting you and your friends a full pardon and setting you all free. And by way of apology, I have a little gift for you to use on your journey. Sorry I couldn't be there to tell you this in person, but I'm a very busy man. Sincerely, Dio. Yeah, buddy, we're getting a buggy. We're getting a boogie, boogie, boogie. Boogie, woogie, woogie, woogie. Oh. P.S. I recently met Sephiroth. I bet he's pretty popular with boys your age. Why don't you get his autograph? He heading towards Gongaga, south of the river. Well, trust me, Esther, we will be back for you. Don't you worry, I'll pray ahead. We got ourselves a boogie, and we still get into random battles. Just gonna take care of this quick. Gonna grab an inn here. A win. And then what we need to do is fix our materia back up here. Just gonna wax it all off here. Alright, so starting from the top, Cloud gets his lightning back. Give him that enemy skill. Give him his cover back. These two are almost old. Oh, there's also, we're also gonna put, I am gonna put Manipulate on Cloud, but we'll wait till I get these leveled up first, and then we'll swap out his armor. So. Actually, I could put manipulate on somebody else. It really doesn't matter who, I guess. I guess. We could give her long range, so that she could be a back row fighter. That actually would probably be a good plan. I'll actually give her manipulate. And long range. Nobody has fire. Oh, I think she had fire on before, that's why. We could go do the Aerith limit break grinding now. I mean, that's not going to be part of an official episode, because why would you want to actually watch that? But, I mean, I could just do that on stream for a little bit. Alright, I think our loadout is good for now. Now we can do is we can drive back to Costa del Sol. Oh, actually, let's do this. Since we have manipulate now. Go along the beach here. See if we get ourselves some beach plugs. Yeah, my boy. My buddy. We don't need all of them, so let's take out some here. Nope, didn't get the manipulate on that. Oops. Doesn't matter. Here we go, guys. Big guard. Yeah, we got it. We don't need you anymore. Such a good skill to have early on in this game. Man, 100 gil to ride to be a stowaway? That's a bargain. Beep, 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 beep. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. And then we can talk to this guy. He gets this free taxi. Now we're outside Junin. Yay! Alright, so there is another enemy skill I want to see if I can get over here. And too bad the buggy's not retextured, right? Oh, hey. There he is. There we go. And now he's going to give us White Wind. A very good... It's a very good... It restores HP and status. So it's basically like a Cure 2-ish. Like Cure 2 and, well, not maybe Cure 2, but like maybe Cure plus, I think it's Esna, for a cost of 34. So, it does take a lot of MP to cast, so it's not something you can spam indefinitely at a low stage, but it's pretty useful in terms of, as kind of just like an extra healing measure to have on other characters who don't have Restore on it. Plus, when you consider the fact that yellow materia doesn't have any negative effects, it basically gives your characters healing abilities for basically for free in that aspect.